Easy. Hello.
What's up, guys? Marty, Team Beige here, and today we are back with another video. And today I am with
Oscar.
Tell the people what you did, Oscar.
I got third at the Richmond Regional.
Let's go. What were you playing?
I was playing pure Ryzeal.
Okay. I hear you got some spice. Any shout outs?
Shout outs to Curio over here. Everyone's pretty dope. Danny, he's the first person I talked to.
Yeah.
when I first thought about this list. And then these guys, they right here, they got all my cards basically for free. And also check out the socials and our website. And it will pay for more cards for me.
Very sick. All right, let's get into it.
All right, so I started with pure Ryzeal. So this part's solved already. Like everyone knows, to play 3 Bonfire, 3 Ice, 3 X, 3 Sword, 1 Node. A little bit different for pure. I play 1/1. I don't really care about banishing it off desires. And if it happens, it happens. Most of the time you're drawing like 4 to 5 cards every turn when you go first, so like it doesn't actually matter that much, and like you'll probably see them regardless. And even if you don't, you are drawing like 4 cards, which is crazy. Also, a lot of time when I open Bonfire, I always go X, search X, and then summon X first, simply because you have to play around Flawless. Like, there's no reason to normal summon Ice first in any regard if you're able to avoid it, simply because they give them an extra draw for the same end board. There's no reason for it.
Sure.
Makes no sense.
That makes sense.
2 Desires, because Fool is a card and it's my other pseudo draw engine. 2 Crossout, it's a hard once per turn. That's it. That's all it is. I draw like 5 cards, so I almost always see it. 3 Fua, this card's insane. No matter what happened, like they'll end on like half board. And then like on the crackback, they just auto lose if they can't set up enough. Ash, 3 Ash, this card. The only reason it is a hard once per turn, but the reason why you play 3 is because it's so good into your turn. It doesn't matter if you draw 2. 3 Veiler, 2 Ogre, 2 Nib, same thing. It's okay. It's really good, but like opening multiple is just a detriment for this deck. You need all your cards to be as live as possible. 3 Imperm. Something I also play 3 Strike. Strike is really good going first or second. So I didn't really care too much. And even if you stop them with like 2 hand traps, because you have about a 66% chance of like opening 2 hand traps or more. So like at that point, I'd rather just play like trap cards that like end their turn or like win the resource game, and then 2 Soul Drain.
Ooh, the spice. How was this card?
It was insane. Malice, I never lost to a single Malice player, and anyone who had Fiendsmith cards lost their entire grind game, their crackback, and all that. So it was just auto win most of the time. And I wouldn't change it too much. I might tweak the ratios out a little bit, but other than that, it was pretty fine overall.
How many cards in the main?
40.
Did you like Veiler and Ogre?
Ogre was okay. Ogre was more of a cross-out target.
Sure.
Than anything else, and it was quite good to help me deal with Ryzeal Fiendsmith. I didn't really care about the Fiendsmith cards, but then at some point I did need cards to deal with like their dual drive versus my dual drive, and it's super nice because they only play 1 dual drive, so I kind of just always win. when I take care when Soldiering takes care of their fucking Fiendsmith cards.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Very nice. Check out that extra deck.
We're gonna do the extra deck. Super standard, right? Like
Yeah.
it's 2 Detonator, 2 Dual Drive. Don't need any more. Never play any less. This card's insane. I draw 2 cards. In game 3, if I get to go first, I always draw 2, and then I always set like infinite trap cards, and they just lose. Baguska's insane. I always blind make him turn 1, so I've made him almost every match. Dweller is specifically, you need him because going into the board, he is actually the first rank 4 you make going into Fiendsmith because the trap card, and then you send off Desiree, and then you kind of just lose. Exiton, Threatens Malice, Tornado Dragon. This came up once. My opponent thrust for Daruma Cannon, and he was the first rank 4, so he was forced to Daruma Cannon there. This guy came up once, and then he came up once because just he came up once. They all came up once, except for Aggregator. Aggregator came up all the time. I always dumped him every time. I never dumped anything else unless it was like past turn 4, which a lot of time it was. So that's that. That's pretty standard.
Anything you change?
From the extra deck, no. On the side deck, just some ratios here and there.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna keep this in the main. I might, but we'll see how I feel
Sure.
as the meta evolves. 3 Lancia,
Makes sense.
3 Chaos Hunter. The reason being is that they don't have any in-engine way of outing Chaos Hunter. So if they don't have talents, they just lose, and it's pretty funny. And then because you're running post side, you're playing, I want to say 20 hand traps post side, going second into Malice. These are turns. You have run like 6 turn skips, and then 1 more hand trap to like stop their Fiendsmith stuff.
Okay.
2 thrusts, 1 talents. Talents was crazy. Every time I drew it, I want to play more talents because this card did nothing. I never saw it, never wanted to search it off thrust. I always searched Bonfire because they would have nibbed me, or search talents because I just ripped their hand or steal their card. Skill Drain was for Rogue and only Rogue. I only put it into Rogue because of it synergizes well with Ice and Node. And that's it. And I 2-0'd the only Rogue thing I've ever played against.
That's really funny.
D-Barrier, cross-out target mainly, sometimes a thrust target.
Sure.
And then Judgment, because Judgment's insane. All Solemns are insane. Well, only these Solemns are insane.
Yeah. Very good.
That's the deck profile.
Very sick. Well, congratulations to Oscar on getting 3rd place. Yeah.
Oh, and also my sponsors made this payment.
Oh, hell yeah.
Sure.
Awesome. Yeah. Shout outs to them. Thank you for letting me do the profile. And this is Marty the Team Beige, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.